Lego set, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic Ho. I don't know. Anyway, we building this up. We got stickers. Fuck your mama. I know y'all love that sound. Brick builder. Anyways, we'll get to it. Alright, build the little Lego man. Do you just have it hat or something?
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Am I missing Legos? Lego sets? These like is this Lego set missing a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Bro got scammed.
I got scammed. There's no dinosaur in here.
You don't have to build it.
No,
Got him on
it's
the
like a
pixel.
piece. I have a jaw. I see the jaw for the dinosaur. Am I stupid?
Sir, you're done. Oh, the Lego store.
I went to Walmart and got this.
Oh, Walmart. Put a banana peel down. Put it down.
What do you mean? Dude, this ain't the first Lego set I'm missing pieces done.
Wait.
Did someone take the fucking dinosaur out?
Yeah, I did.
You gotta go still one now.
Maybe it's still in the box. It's still in the box.
Random.
I found it.
See, wait.
We was tripping
Where's
for no
Blue?
reason.
What?
Where's Blue?
I have no clue.
Bruh. What gun should I bring in?
Bring a gun.
That's not scripted at all, fucker.
Bring a gun.
Shoddy.
Bring a gun you're gonna level up in multiplayer.
You said a shoddy. What the fudge?
You asked me. I told you.
He did.
And why you say a shoddy? You didn't say a gun. You didn't say a specific gun. You just said a shoddy.
Yeah.
You're still giving me a choice, dog.
Shoddy like a melody in my
Shut your
hand.
bum ass up.
You shut up, Ryan. You suck meat.
Oh,
Mm.
Nothing wrong
what
with
did
that.
he say?
What did you say?
Brandon.
Huh?
Brandon.
Huh?
Brandon.
Huh?
Híjole.
Be gonna.
What he say?
My meat goes long and it dripping. I don't know. I'm just saying shit off the top of my head.
Sample.
Bro, this is a kids friendly video, bro. I gotta be
Is
kid.
the send sample of the money?
I don't freaking know.
You got two of them. How would you not know?
What? I got two?
Let's
Yeah.
see.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You lie.
Let's
No.
see.
You lie.
No.
See?
No.
Damn, Lego.
What you talking about, dog? I ain't
Who's
got
our
two.
third?
I don't know.
Yeah, we got that
Yeah,
shit crooked as hell, boy. Yeah, we doing something
You
right.
and the boys.
I think Jalen said yes.
Oh.
I think that's what Jalen said we was full.
Huh?
Mmm.
Huh?
Mmm. You playing zombies now? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Or we could talk to Jeebs in the Du Bois chat.
No, you don't want to do that.
Because I don't know if Jeebs is even in there or not. Yeah, Jeebs is in
Huh.
there, bro.
He told me it wasn't.
Bro, in there alone. Brandon.
Yeah.
Jeebs is in there alone.
Yeah. I see that.
Oh, Nick texted me.
He just ain't no-
Brandon, we play with Jeebs. I'm confusion.
Dang, you're leaving me. You're leaving.
Bro chilling in the Discord. He been there for a while though.
What about her?
I was like, yeah, Brandon.
See?
See. Good boy. You leaving too, Jalen?
No. I'm about to do schoolwork.
Alright.
Right, and I prom. I prom. I did it. I mean, it had. Yeah, but the back of the map's like.
Ain't no woman like the one I've got. Do 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 do. All right, I'm gonna dip. Maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to Elisa. Hello. Hi. Building a Lego set. Building a Lego set.
Let me
My
watch.
it's you're gonna have to watch on Twitch.
Okay.
My attention span won't allow me to sit here and quiet. I have to have something playing. I'm very hungry. I might go put something in the air fryer.
Okay, true story here. I was on my way to go and play Spider-Man 2 on the
I'm actually kind of hungry. I have Chinese food and leftover pizza.
Ooh, Lego sets are so fun, bro. There's something I haven't played with a Lego set in so long, and then when you got me that one, it like started something, bro.
You're welcome.
Ugh. I gotta get me a Lego train set, bro. I paid my phone off, so that was $500. Uh, then I'm switching over to T-Mobile within a couple months
Ooh,
because I don't need $100 phone bill. I need a $30. Probably gonna see if I can get I'm gonna get my phone repaired. I'm gonna get it whatever tomorrow because it's underneath warranty. You can probably
What do
see
you
it.
mean phone paired?
My screen, it has a bunch of scratches from work.
Oh, get a screen protector whenever you
I
fix your
did. I took it to work the first day, bruh. It had a scratch.
It's a
So,
screen protector. It's
listen,
fine.
it's not a screen protector. I don't have one on it.
Oh,
First day, I was like, I'm gonna be all right if I take it to work. Nope, nope, nope. Should listen to my gut.
yeah, get a screen protector.
I have one. I told myself there was no point because there was already a scratch in it.
Nah, even if there is no, even if you think that, you should still get one anyways.
I already have one. That's the thing.
I
There was
know.
there was a
It-
scratch on my screen. I didn't want to see the scratch underneath the screen protector.
I know. Okay. Never mind. It's okay. You should get a phone case like mine. Mine's is really good. I dropped. I could drop my phone so many fucking times, and this shit literally has not fucking worked. It's because of my phone case. Honestly. I don't even think
100,000.
my actual screen doesn't even have scratches.
Hold
No, the
on.
back of it, I don't know. Some I think the back of it does. So the mystery tour.
All right, do that.
What the fuck? My brother's shoes caught on fire this morning. Left him in the stove. Why? To dry. Iron, dryer in the bag, sun, microwave, microwave iron. Oh my god, you're into lolicon. What?
I'm back. Hello?
Hello.
car
Hi.
collection is either
Food
rented,
ain't done,
loaned,
but
or
it's cooking.
downright
They're like 5
stupid, as
minutes.
is his $40,000 watch, which he bragged about only one day after stating this.
Yo, horny ass.
Yeah, always for you. Haha.
Love you,
However, the
baby.
most damning comment against Jason is
Love
one
you
from his
too.
former editor, who wrote, "Have been working for Wojo from past 3-4 months as video editor. First 2 months were very good, but after that he didn't pay us all, and now he's not replying to anybody of us and has blocked us. So please be aware of this fraud Wojo, who call himself a multi-millionaire, which he's not.
You
If anybody
say
knows him, please
daddy.
tell him to pay us." An excellent YouTuber called Marky then reached out to one of these unpaid editors, who provided a screenshot where Jason claimed he couldn't pay as, "My wires never worked, PayPal is down, international purchases my Amex won't accept, Upwork won't work, even Cash App, Venmo, and etc. is down." The unpaid employee then suggested an easier way for Jason to pay him, although Jason ignored the message altogether, showing that he either didn't have the money or was simply refusing to pay, and both are equally terrible. 32 editors have come to the conclusion that you are a scammer. You won't get away with this. If you keep up with this, one day you're gonna end up in jail or in a ditch, and a metaphorical ditch is where Jason Wojo would soon find himself. He began to post videos like this.
I'm gonna tell you why going to the gym is a waste of money. If
Ooh, this is a manual car.
getting bigger
I'm
arms,
sorry, y'all
getting
couldn't see.
bigger calves is gonna make you more money.
This is a
You're very
manual.
mistaken. People will say going to the gym helps my mental health. No, it's because you have low self-esteem, so you have to look a certain way to feel confident about yourself.
Essentially stating that exercising was a complete waste of time.
How long do you go to the gym for every single morning? An hour to 2 hours plus showering. 2 times 365 is 730 hours. If you have 730 hours in a year, you could build a 7-figure business.
It's no surprise that these videos racked up 80% dislike ratios, along with
Lisa, I
comments
think
such
next week I go to work for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm off for the rest. I'll be right back.
No, I'm going on Wednesday. I'm going to Orlando with my dad. You should come with me.
Wednesday. Okay, I will. Mind.
Really?
Yeah, I'll come. Wednesday though. What time are you leaving in the afternoon when he comes home from work?
I don't know. I know he gets off early.
Early at like 4, 5. If he gets off at 4, ask him if he can wait until like 4:50, 4:40. I'll come straight to work, and I already have my bag packed. He just has to wait for me to get there, unless he wants to come pick me up.
I'll ask him.
All right, ask him if I can come. I'll come for sure. Tell him I'm bringing weed. I'll go get some weed ready too. Got my card. I can go to any dispensary out there. Actually, there's a dispensary up by your grandma's house I like to go to.
Because he said that we most likely we're gonna do something, but it's probably just gonna be me, my grandma, him, and my uncle.
All right.
Cause
Yeah, y'all
you
should
know,
definitely let me come. I excite everybody. I'll bring the weed. Get everybody ready to go.
okay,
Yeah,
but
like
don't you be smoking near my grandma.
I think your grandma. I have like
Don't do it again.
not like trying to do it, but like she's seen me. I would go outside and smoke and sit in the chair
Oh,
and hit my
oh.
pen.
I think she's cool with that. I'm pretty
She's
sure she is.
she's seen it. She never said anything to me. If she did, I would respect it. I don't no disrespect.
Just don't do it inside. That's all.
Yeah, I go outside. I like that little chair, sitting area she got. Trust me, I love smoking weed outside, and I hate smoking inside. I'm only smoking inside if it's mine or if I got the house to myself. But I gotta know if I got the house to myself for like a week. But then even then, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna go outside. Cause outside here at my mom's house, we have like a whole rocking chair, like a whole new swing set. My chicken sandwich. Be right back.
Skippity toilet. Write a sad story using only 3 words. 5 Night Freddy. That's funny as shit. Oh man. When I was like 10, a girl that oh wait, when I was like 10, a girl at church camp heard a rumor I was gay, and I woke up to her holding me down by the wrist and yelling Bible verses in my face. I immediately developed a crush on her. That's funny as fuck.
Hello.
Hello.
Be back.
Jazz rose on that
I'm gonna
Waluigi
eat real
ride.
quick
This
or
anticipated
return to
crash, I'd be
Legos.
amazed if you could even open the door on a supercar, let alone drive it. My dude, everyone can smell your insecurity. Tone it down a bit and put on some damn muscle. Although Jason simply
We
stated
got
the hatred boosted engagement.
ketchup and barbecue sauce because I'm white and I'm picky, but it's a spicy barbecue sauce. Yeah.
However, it'd be when Penguin Zero posted this
This is
video.
a
Jason
Tyson
would
spicy
think
chicken
about
sandwich,
some
bro.
of his
That's all we got.
choices.
Today I want to take a look at what happens when all you do is fake it without ever making it. You end up like this loser we're about to take a look at today.
Charlie began by watching this TikTok.
Let's take you for example and me, and we both pull up and we go to your girl. Odds are I'm gonna take that bitch. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle.
After which he'd state,
Bro's out here rocking that man dark body type and acting like he for some reason be able to take your girl just because he rolled up in a rented McLaren. This guy's entire personality is money. He's like a real life Mr. Krabs, but with even skinnier arms.
which is followed by the prediction that Jason wasn't all that wealthy.
Why I don't believe him about the success of his business is because the only thing he shows that's worth money is his car. So that leads me to believe that it is 100% rented, or he really dumped all of his money into that one vehicle in order to portray himself as a successful businessman.
In a different TikTok, Jason made the claim that you can only protect a woman if you make more than 100k per year, resulting in another roast.
And making more than 10k a month doesn't enable you to magically protect her better. If someone's making a ruckus and you're trying to stop whatever's going on, you can't just be like throwing money at it like, get away from her, you scallywag. She's with me and I make more than 10k a month. Here's money.
Before Charlie showed the worst TikTok Jason ever made.
Here's why the gym does not matter. I'm tired of guys that are like, oh, you know, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to get fit. I feel like I have a pretty decent tone. I don't need to go to the gym, okay? Because you pull up to the gym making less than 10k a month, and I pull up, I'm on McLaren. It's not even a contest. Most of the guys that go to the gym, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're stupid. All that pre-workout that you're taking is making you more stupider.
Describing him like this.
But he's out here built like two French fries duct taped to an uncooked spaghetti noodle.
While roasting him even further.
He actually sounds like he's about to cry. You're stupid with your dumb muscles, dumb muscle man. What in the crazy insecurity are you going through right now to think that this was a good idea?
The video received comments such as, he's the type of guy who thinks just earning a lot of money will make a girl like him, and while Jason Wojo could have taken his scolding silently, this isn't what he'd do. Within only 13 minutes of the video going live, Jason had left a comment reading, keep giving me views, making my reaction video now to this clown, which was uploaded approximately 2 hours later with the title, this guy's pathetic, Penguin Zero said this about me. Jason began his response by bragging about his cars.
Don't only own a McLaren. I used to have a 570S that was white. It's a convertible drop top. Got a yellow Maserati. Then got bored and I was like, I gotta get another McLaren. So I have a McLaren, a Maserati Ghibli. That's a 1 of 5, by the way. The keys are right here.
Before making the claim that Charlie was of low status because he couldn't pronounce McLaren.
He says the name wrong like 8 times in a row. It's not McLaren, it's McLaren. Okay, so that's how we know this guy doesn't really have a lot of status. He doesn't understand these things.
Jason then tried to claim that Charlie wasn't very successful.
That just shows you how unexperienced he is of trying to attain success and whatnot.
Although if you take Jason's earlier mentioned net worth of 3 million and compare it to Penguin Zero's net worth according to Google, it seems Jason accidentally roasted himself. Don't be mad that Charlie has a higher net worth than you. Despite this, Jason went on to imply that he was better at making videos.
I honestly feel bad. Like, dude, 12 million subs, I would put together a better video than this.
Before challenging Charlie to a fight.
We should do a boxing match with him. I'll box this guy. I'll do something with him.
However, judging from the video's dislike ratio and comment section, Jason had already begun to take a beating. When your response is 2.5 times longer than the original video. Yeah, super confident, bro, he definitely didn't get to you. Nothing screams alpha male like getting hurt by a joke. Bro, you make Sneeko look like a genius. The insecurity levels are off the charts. Penguin stated that he wasn't a fan of milking drama excessively.
I don't usually like to go back and respond to their response.
However, it seemed Jason needed another spanking, as Charlie then returned to roast him again.
It was by this guy Penguins, whatever his name is.
Brother, you have the video up on the screen. What do you mean Penguins, whatever his name is? You could have just opened your eyes. Are you too wealthy to just read?
Penguins went through everything from Jason's fight offer.
If you challenge someone to a fight because they hurt your feelings, that's an embarrassing look for you.
To the outrageous claims about how much money is needed to live.
He proudly proclaims that life doesn't start till you're making 30k a month, and that there's absolutely no excuse for somehow making less than 10k a month. This is a guy who lost touch with reality long ago.
With Charlie's second takedown receiving over 7 million views. However, Jason still wasn't finished. Only one day after getting roasted again, he'd upload a second 41-minute response, this time speaking in a much angrier tone.
I'm the most trending person on the internet right now. I was on like 2 yachts yesterday doing interviews in Miami. I'm still here right now.
This time around, Jason's attacks were significantly more personal.
He's recording this video again, wearing the same shirt. Does this man change his clothes?
However, it seemed he'd forgotten forgotten about the time he made this video.
I wear the same shirt every day. Like, literally not kidding you. I have 3 of these shirts and I just swap them every day. I have 4 shirts. I don't change at all. Wear the same sweatpants, I just swap them out.
Despite this, Jason spent the entire video bitterly providing petty responses.
Penguins or whatever his name is, I don't know if the 0 means anything. Also, if you get that triggered by the fact that I said that, that's a massive insecurity. You want people to pronounce your name correctly when it's an animal that's in the Arctic with a 0 on the end and you spelt it wrong.
In the process, accidentally admitting that he pays $4,900 a month for the McLaren.
If I was to rent the McLaren every single day, you're actually giving me a compliment. It means that I have the funds to pay for that, which I could, but I'm not going to because it's a dumb financial choice. $60,000 a month instead of the $4,900 a month that I pay for the car.
Throughout the video, Jason insinuated that Charlie's fan base was stupid.
12 million subs must not be hard to get when you have 0, 0, 0 attention span or 0 intellect. You will not talk about the topics that I'm talking about because they're high-level topics.
Which almost guaranteed that Jason still had further to fall. He'd rack up a further million views worth of hatred after Pancho posted this video, which Jason once again responded to.
This guy has a John Cena poster in the back. Like, why would you have another man in your bedroom?
After which he'd go on a tirade responding to every video about him. However, it seemed Jason began to realize that his responses weren't exactly giving him the growth he might have wanted. His YouTube viewership disappeared in the month after the drama, while his Twitter didn't explode either. His Instagram lost almost 3,000 followers over the same period, after which people stopped talking about Jason for roughly 3 months. That would be until Marky, the YouTuber we mentioned earlier, uploaded this video titled "TikToker Threatens Me with Cease and Desist."
My DMs don't work. Email me, jason@wardrobemedia.com, as I have a cease and desist to send you from my legal team to take the video down.
As mentioned, Jason was attempting to silence Marky for talking about how Jason hadn't paid his editors. As a result, Marky gave him this offer.
How about this instead? If you're willing to solve the issue and pay the editors the money they are owed, which is a very small amount in comparison to the amount you say you earn, then my video becomes void, in which case I will delete it.
After which Jason actually started to pay some of the unpaid workers.
3 of them have been fully paid what they believe they are owed. Quite a few of them have been partially paid now, and there's a few that also haven't been paid.
However, the most notable part of the video was when Jason stated this. I stepped away from these clickbaity videos to clean the image because it wasn't worth the virality. I don't want to do the viral videos I was doing, and I deserve to do what I want to do. There's been no viral videos going out, and I don't want to do that posting anymore, although the messages which followed after showed that Jason is still yet to humble himself. Using my name to make money is funny. Shows you actually how much my image is worth. I'll be back to make better videos, but I'm cleaning up my agency due to the increased business that we have gotten from the attention, although in the case of Jason Wojo, it's impossible to separate fact from fiction.
How do you do that? How do you even decode it? I mean, this one from the Swedish Rhapsody sounds like it is backrooms horror.
I wanted to collect each individual color, so
This is terrifying. What does this even mean? Oh man, it makes my skin crawl to seriously listen to it. It makes my skin crawl. Judging by the insane nature of these weird, unsettling tracks, you could probably imagine that these things have been sampled in various pieces of media. They have, alright, they've been used in...
idea of making some sort of bead that I could turn into a bracelet or a necklace. I'm so curious to see how all the colors look.
Hello everybody, welcome back with, you guessed it, another Speed Champion set, 76, 9, 10. The Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro and the Aston Martin Vantage GT3. If I nailed that, that would be amazing. Oh, I did, wow. Coming at us with 592 pieces. It'll set you back $60 in the Great White North and probably some amount of money down south. Front of the box naturally shows the 2 cars ripping around a racetrack. Not much more to say, and the rear is more of the same, as well as a look at a couple of the real cars, which we'll definitely chat about that in a moment. But let's not delay, let's get straight into this set and see if it's any good. My Valkyrie driver seems to be MIA. Where the hell would they be? It's fine, it's fine. That is gonna require some editing out. Anyways, so I like these minifigures quite a lot, that they have pretty much the same racing suit, just in inverted color schemes. You've got the lady who looks like a Bond villain. rocking the gray with the green piping, and the
$10 from Toast. Hey, Case, you kind of look like the revolting slob from Crashbox. The revolting slob. Crashbox. Yeah, you're done, buddy. What do you mean you see it? This is disgusting! This is disgusting! Look at his house! Case, you look like proboscis? I look like what? Look like who? Proboscis? Something? Oh, okay, you're banned. Thank you. Yo, Curly with $10. You look like Jimbo from Boss Baby.
Jimbo from Boss Baby.
Case, I'm just here to remind you that you look like an Airbus A380. What on this planet did you just say? Airbus A380. Yo, that's a big airplane. Yo, that's a big airplane. Golly. Dude, there's no way people willingly get in those things. Like, bro, you're about to crash. You are going to beat Fortnite tonight, Case. By the way, you look like the USS Ronald Reagan. Is that a ship? The USS Ronald Reagan. That's a big ship, too. Yo, that's a big ship, dude. What did this dude just say? Case, you look like one of those rainbow parachutes that PE teachers used as icebreakers. Yo,
Yeah, that's
Slick,
horrible.
you're built like Lucky Roo, I'm sorry. Lucky. I've searched this before. Yeah, you're done. There's our first ban of the day. Not even 3 minutes in. There we go. Not even 3 minutes in, dude. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to see you in person. Let me eat you alive.
Yo,
Huh?
quit playing.
You say yeah?
Yeah, quit playing. You can quit playing.
Okay, see?
I don't know what to watch on my YouTube. I feel like eating.
Me too.
So at this point, it has been close to a month.
Yo, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the sad, pathetic life of Boogie 2988 Part 2. I am here with my glorious... Okay, we're going to talk about other stuff, right? He's not the only...
Drake's mansion is so unbelievable that some of its features can only be described as awful.
Every bathroom in his house, when you walk up to the toilet, it opens and starts playing Tupac. Hit him.
made funnier by the insane legal battle Drake went through just to have it built.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood.
He first purchased the property for $6.7 million in September 2015, at which point
Hello?
it simply looked like
Huh?
I have to pee.
this,
All right, go
a
pee.
1963 bungalow with a 3-car garage and swimming pool, although it was obvious that Drake was focused on a different part of the property.
He never cared about like buying a big house. He was just like, I care about buying land.
Drake bought the house for its land and location, being a 2-acre lot amongst other mansions in the Toronto neighborhood of Bridle Path. The suburb ranked as the richest area in all of Canada, with its residents having an average net worth of $22 million and an average home value of $5.1 million. YouTube videos driving through the area show some of the craziest houses you might ever witness, and as a result, it's no surprise that Drake decided to build there. On the 18th of May 2016, Drake's barely decipherable 3-story mansion plans were first released to the public, which accompanied a planning notice at the front of the residence, leading to annoying petty problems before construction had even started. Drake quickly discovered that the house he'd bought to demolish had been designed by a world-famous architect, and as a result, he'd be scolded by the media for wrecking a piece of history. In one article titled Drake, take one dance with that Bridle Path home before tearing it down, the writer stated, I'm pretty angry with you for considering it a teardown, while the demolition notice had comments such as, maybe a minor variance in zoning, but one more sad step in Toronto's blind disinterest in heritage. Although these complaints were nothing compared to the issues caused by the new design, as the proposed mansion was so freaking huge it goes beyond what's permitted there. For example, the mansion's height of 17 meters was well beyond the 11 meters permitted by council, while his 34-meter wide driveway was 3.5 times larger than the allowed width of 9 meters. But the aspect that received the most backlash was the height of Drake's new fences.
Fences more than twice as high as would otherwise be allowed, in part due to security concerns on his property.
Everyone knows where he sleeps, where he eats, and that has really freaked him out.
As mentioned, Drake's extra high fences were proposed for security. However, his neighbors made an effort to push back immediately.
The brick wall is an eyesore to my clients in the neighborhood, as it could be observed from almost every single room of my client's residence.
Despite this, councillors sided with Drake after learning he'd spent $1 million on trees for the property, and as a result, the building was finally approved. Roughly 2 months later, Drake's builder and architect Ferris Rafforli posted this image to his Instagram with the title, Let's Get Started. This was followed by another post only 8 days later, showing that the block had been completely flattened, in the process creating a brand new problem. Drake's lovely neighbors had launched another complaint against him, claiming that trees were being cut down on the property before they'd received permission to do so. As a result, Drake was now facing a fine of up to $100,000 for every tree destroyed, although his builder maintained that they'd done nothing wrong. This was confirmed after a council investigation, which stated there have been no violations, there have been no large trees cut down. I'm very glad that Drake and the company he has hired is obeying the law. Roughly 1 month later, an archived satellite view of the property showed that construction was back underway, which accompanied a new post on Ferris's Instagram hinting at just how crazy the mansion was going to be. This is how we build an official NBA indoor basketball court, shoring an excavation in process, which was followed by another post 1 month later showing the speed at which the house was being built. In the process, Drake came by to check out the property, which had begun framing only 4 months later, a stage which was fully completed within a matter of weeks, at which point the builder revealed another crazy detail. While the original plans put the mansion at 21,000 square feet, this number had since been doubled to 45,000 square feet, which included a 3,200 square foot master bedroom suite. For context, the size of an average 3-bedroom home is usually around 1,600 square feet, meaning Drake's bedroom was going to be the same size as 2 fully built middle-class homes. Although Drake showed no remorse for his extravagance, stating, because I was building it in my hometown, I wanted the structure to stand firm for 100 years. I wanted it to have a monumental scale and feel. It'll be one of the things I leave behind, so it had to be timeless and strong. It's overwhelming high luxury. That message is delivered through the size of the rooms. I wanted to make sure people can see the work I put in over the years, reflected from every vantage point. As construction continued, Ferris and Drake once again posed at the front of the property, although this, in combination with countless media articles listing his address, accentuated an aspect that was already a massive problem: security.
The attempts of getting into this property is daily and nightly.
As mentioned by Drake's representative, the house was being broken into every single day and night, only made worse when the house was given a geotag as Drake's mansion on Google Maps. As a result, Drake had to hire significant security.
Dude, his security
is insane. You ever seen Security? Have you
Yeah,
ever
I've seen some.
Imagine More.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. You're not getting to this guy. No chance.
With this also being seen in a video by a YouTuber named Walking Lady.
Don't go on the property then, alright?
Don't go what, sorry?
On the property.
And echoed in this comment reading, I drove past his house looking to take some pictures, but there were these 3 to 4 big dudes standing out front guarding the place. What a life. In one notable incident, Drake's Toronto mansion was stormed by a knife-wielding woman who allegedly struck a security guard with a pipe, but while there were obviously some security hurdles during construction, there was no denying the house began to look incredible. After laying the slab for the basketball court, Ferris uploaded a video showing the court's entire construction process, which included a Drake-themed scoreboard, Drake-themed on-court branding, and even Drake-themed basketballs. The video received comments such as, "This is the dopest indoor court I have ever seen a celebrity have. Beats Shaq's and Jordan's, but while the basketball court could only be described as awesome, there were other aspects of the property that were better described as awesomely stupid. For example, Drake spent $700,000 on the world's most expensive bed. Created specifically for Drake's house, the bed named Grand Vivitas weighs 530 kilograms or 1,168 pounds and took over 600 hours just to make a single one. The bed has a whiskey and champagne bar on the backside of the bedhead and a dedicated team of employees who flip and clean the mattress every 3 months. In addition to the bed, Drake had a 4,000-pound bathtub delivered to his ensuite, which was made from one giant piece of marble at a cost of over $50,000. After finishing in the tub, Drake can get dressed in his 2-story walk-in closet, which he since defended as being an important part of the property. The bedroom is where I come to decompress from the world at the end of the night, and where I open my eyes to seize the day. The bed lets you float, the shower lets you escape and gather your thoughts, and the closet makes you want to talk to yourself while getting dressed." On the 5th of October 2019, roughly 3 years after construction first began, Drake posted this video to his Instagram, showing that the luxury mansion was nearing completion, while providing a further sneak peek into some of its wild features. There were the singing toilets we mentioned earlier, as well as quite possibly the craziest indoor swimming pool you might ever witness. However, it wouldn't be until Drake moved into the home 6 months later that he'd also show off his separate outdoor pool, as apparently the property needed 2 separate pools. On top of this, Drake bought a custom Bosendorfer piano for an estimated $500,000, which was shown for the first time in the Toosie Slide music video, where Drake would also display a room holding every award he'd ever won. Additionally, Drake built an entire hallway for the sole purpose of displaying basketball jerseys, and considering Drake also has sun-tanning beds in his bathrooms, it's no surprise that even DJ Khaled praised the designer by stating, "Amazing job, I want you to build my next estate. I've been thinking the name of the one we're gonna build together because Embassy is incredible. Champagne Papi inspired me on another level. I have more work to do."
Bro, the fact that I am not asleep right now is so crazy to me.
The mansion's often quoted value of $150 million is way over exaggerated.
I
The most
actually
expensive
cannot
home
fathom
ever listed in
right
Bridle Path was on the other
After I
side
eat
of
my
Drake
pizza, I'm
Street,
taking
which had
my
an
ass
asking
to
price of $45 million
maybe.
in 2021.
Depends
The
on if
home
I'm
was built
like
at the same time as Drake's and has a similar
sleepy or
9
not.
bedrooms, 16
Which I
bathrooms,
won't be.
12-car garage, and an indoor swimming pool.
So I like
The property
edit
failed to sell for $45 million and has since had its price dropped to $40 million. So while Drake's house is certainly more luxurious, it probably wouldn't sell for $150 million or even half of that. Despite this, Drake has certainly achieved his goal of building a monumental property, albeit at the cost of his time, money, and even his safety.
Yeah.
What?
Just watched a video about Drake's house. I just see it as he just wants somewhere to live and somewhere to store his stuff at.
Drake's house?
His house. Like, he bought a house.
Recently?
No. Over the years, I think when he got like rights to the Michael Jackson like songs or whatever, when he made Right Foot Slide or whatever that song is called.
These are the 5 most catastrophic
Yeah,
AMAs
that
in
sounds
Reddit
rubbish.
history, and coming in at number 5 is Morgan Freeman's,
Well,
which nobody expected would become such a
I'm old.
nightmare. It simply read, "Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman, and my new movie Oblivion
That
is
song
in
is
theaters
old.
and IMAX April 19th. Ask me anything." Although given it was posted from an account called u/Oblivion Movie, it was obvious that the post was nothing more than an advertisement, which irritated the audience immediately. The
Jimmy,
press
are you
agent vibe is
acoustic?
strong with this one.
No.
This is almost definitely a marketing Why not? I mean, come on, the username is Oblivion Movie, only made worse when Morgan Freeman began to answer questions, missing no chance to insincerely promote the film. What is the best movie ever in your opinion? There are three in my opinion. The original Moulin Rouge, Anna, Life of Pi, and Oblivion, which was downvoted by over 100 people. When asked a different question reading, I feel like you're more of a villain than usual in Oblivion. Is that fair to say, and is it fun to play the bad guy sometimes? Morgan Freeman ignored the question altogether and simply wrote see the movie, which would mark the first of many answers that didn't really make sense. If you could have had any role in a movie that went to a different actor, what would it be and why? I do not have a favorite actor. I've worked with the best in the business and don't pick favorites of that. Playing God is like falling off a log. There's nothing to follow but the script, which for obvious reasons confused the person who'd asked. Freeman was then questioned, you've played all sorts of contrasting roles, from a lowly prisoner to God himself. Which roles are easier? Which ones are more fun? To which he'd respond, they are all easy. The most fun are the ones that pay the most, which was then reinforced during another question reading, what kind of roles do you enjoy playing the most and favorite one yet? Where he'd again respond with ones that pay. There's a good chance that these were simply poor attempts at comedy, but even then they were still more interesting than some of his other terrible responses. What has been your goal in life? To be in the movies. How do you prepare for the powerful roles you play in your films? I just learned the script. What's going out in public like for you? Like what do people ask you when they see you on the street? A chore? With his responses being so generic, people began to speculate on whether or not it was even him answering. Am I really the only person that doesn't think this is Morgan Freeman? His answers are short, undescriptive, sometimes inaccurate and full of grammatical errors. Plus he hasn't given any proof. I look through all the comments and I don't see anyone giving a shit. Am I really the only one here? Leading Morgan Freeman to prove that it was in fact him by uploading a photo of him sleeping on a couch with what seemed to have been a Photoshop piece of paper lying on his chest. This is not proof. The photo looks incredibly Photoshopped. There is no way this rudimentary image could act as any form of proof, while a YouTuber named Southern Graphics Guru uploaded a video titled Morgan Freeman's Reddit AMA was a fraud proof, in which he'd state the following.
It's photoshopped, and this ain't really Morgan Freeman. I can prove it. All right, we'll invert it. Does that look like part of the same image? Look at all this stuff here, and then look at that. Look how different. Alright, so that's fake.
The basic video received almost 1 million views, although it failed to convince those who had a more realistic approach. I think Reddit has always had an unwarranted high regard for Morgan Freeman, and now you would all prefer to call this a fake, then realize he's just boring, while another comment highlighted that Morgan Freeman was uninteresting in every interview he did. For example, The Guardian gave Morgan Freeman the nickname Mr. Monosyllabic, and explained Morgan Freeman doesn't want to talk about money, drugs, the war, his friend Colin Powell, or even his new movie. In fact, he may be the most difficult subject our interviewer has ever come across, with the hysteria becoming so intense that the AMA admins had to intervene. They'd state this was set up by the publicity team from the film studio for Oblivion. We were told Morgan Freeman would be answering the questions for the AMA himself, with someone in the room checking what he said, and we believe this to be the case. This was then followed by an update at the bottom of the page reading, I've spoken to Mr. Freeman / Oblivion's PR team, and they have stated in no uncertain terms that all of the answers in the AMA were his words, and that the picture was legitimate and not doctored, although it's not like this fixed what had already gone down. This was the most disappointing AMA I've ever seen. The person couldn't be more scripted and bland. Either Morgan Freeman is not who he thought he was, or this is a huge PR move which is ridiculously unnecessary, although at least Morgan Freeman escaped with some of his reputation left, as Steven Seagal's AMA damn near buried him. For a bit of context, Steven Seagal has been called the most hated man in Hollywood, and therefore doing an AMA was a bit of a death wish. Seagal took the risk anyway with the goal of promoting a movie, although it seemed this person was much more fascinated by Seagal's upbringing. Hey there, I went to the same junior high school as you in Fullerton, CA many years later. Heard some stories. The one I would like to ask you about is when your social studies teacher caught you stealing lunch money from a kid in a wheelchair. True, I didn't make this up. While a different user wanted to know more about Seagal's filming process. Is it true you insist on blocking many scenes so you can be sitting the whole time because you're too lazy to stand up? Is it true you insist that productions hire someone to hold a car to properly shadow your horrific neck fat? Is it true you're an unbearable dick who bullies everyone on set and acts like you're an A-list star, even though you're starring in a shitty C-list movie? The comments continue to run through every controversy you can think of, although for obvious reasons he answered none of them, and instead provided brief answers to a couple of less popular questions, such as how many pets he has. Meanwhile, he was asked, how long did it take you to realize this was a mistake, with the answer being approximately 20 minutes, given he he,
Hello.
quote, answered 12 preschool level questions, then ran out of time. You simply shouldn't do an AMA without a tip-top public image, although it seems James Corden never got the memo. His AMA was posted with the goal of promoting carpool karaoke, although it instead did the exact opposite, as almost every single question completely massacred Corden's show. My brother's girlfriend played one of your videos on my YouTube account, and now it keeps recommending more of them to me. Do you know how to get it to stop doing that? James, are you aware that everyone thinks you're a hack and a talentless asshat? Have you ever considered being funny or likable? With these comments about his unlikability, then turning into paragraphs about him treating fans terribly. Hey James, you won't remember me, but me and my friends sat at a table next to you and Harry Styles, plus some others in Manchurian Legends in London's Chinatown about 6 years ago. We didn't bother you, but you're a massively entitled dick who yelled and treated waitstaff like shit, and when one of my party politely suggested you calm down, you got really aggressive and threatening. So my question is this: why did Harry seem so cool while you were such a massive throbbing bellend? The comment received 10 times more upvotes than James Corden's original post, made worse when someone shared the comment to the Rare Insult subreddit, where it became one of the top posts of all time, gaining over 100,000 upvotes. With this in mind, it's no surprise that people began to question if he'd posted the AMA in the wrong subreddit, with the whole ordeal being so brutal that people who hadn't heard of James Corden previously had no hope of ever becoming a fan. Although at least he wasn't caught asking himself questions on alternate accounts, as is what happened in the case of Jared Leto. His AMA was so stupid you might lose up to 10 IQ points just by listening. However, like all others, it began with a single sentence reading, "I am Jared Leto, and on the 4th of July, I am filming a massive portrait of America. Ask me anything." Although as the questions began to roll in, some of the ones Jared replied to just felt a little too robotic. "Happy 4th of July, Jared. I submitted my videos. How do you choose the videos to include in your project? Great question. We will choose the videos based on how compelling they are. Hello, Jared. When is your next album coming out? You will have some new music this year." People then began to notice that some of the accounts posing questions had been created only 20 hours prior, while another noticed that a different one was only 10 hours old and had posted a test comment in a subreddit for Jared Leto's band. A different user wrote, "Is every question here planted and answered by a PR person? I'll go ahead and answer that yes," and there was a reason behind why they were so confident. People decided to go through the post history of these potentially fake accounts and found a thread simply titled "Test Post for New Reddit Users," in which the comments and Leto's replies had been planned out completely. This thread must be as embarrassing as the PR you had to do for Suicide Squad. This is glorious, you magnificent idiot. How dumb can you be? Well, apparently not as dumb as Woody Harrelson, whose AMA was so notably catastrophic, his picture is used for the thumbnail of AMA Disasters. Woody did the AMA with the goal of promoting a new film called Rampart, yet with 9,200 comments and not a single upvote, it's obvious that things didn't quite go to plan, especially given this was the first question he decided to respond to. I swear this is allegedly a true story. I went to a high school in LA, and you allegedly crashed our prom after party Universal Hilton. You allegedly ended up taking the virginity of a girl named Roseanne. You allegedly didn't call her afterwards. She allegedly cried a lot. Do you remember any of this and can confirm, or have you allegedly been so knee deep in Hollywood pooty for so long that this qualifies as a mere blip? I'm allegedly not kidding, with Woody Harrelson then responding with, "First off, it's not true, and second off, I don't want to answer questions about that. Let's focus on the film, people. You said AMA, that means ask me anything, not ask me anything with regards to this movie I'm pushing. This is not getting off to a very good start." From the second that Woody stated let's focus on the film, people began to comment, "This AMA is insulting. We're being treated as cogs. Celebrities using Reddit as just another marketing platform. IMO, everyone on Reddit should boycott Rampart, but that's just me. I'm Woody Harrelson, and I don't have time to deal with your questions, commoners. P.S. Watch my new movie." Reddit isn't a good venue to pitch your movie. It's a venue to pitch yourself, although Woody only continued to dig himself deeper. When a user wrote should change this AMA to AMAAR, ask me anything about Rampart, Harrelson responded by stating, "We gotta be, I consider my time valuable," and just like the Morgan Freeman AMA, Harrelson took every single chance to shamelessly promote the film. What has been your most difficult role to prepare for and why? This character in Rampart was the most difficult. Out of all the roles you played, which has been the most rewarding, most difficult, and most fun? Can I say Rampart? It really took over my life for a while. I wouldn't say fun is the operative word. To make matters worse, Woody gave the audience only 15 minutes of time, answering 15 questions in total, of which only 2 had more upvotes than downvotes. In the meantime, Rampart's director was doing his own AMA, where all of the top questions referenced reference the actor such as, "Has Woody lost his mind? You might want to do some damage control. You seem like a pretty normal down-to-earth guy, but Woody or his PR bimbo really screwed the pooch on this one. Might have cost you a lot of money due to lost fans, yet this isn't the only place that Woody Harrelson's AMA has been mentioned in. In fact, in every single AMA we've talked about in this video, there are comments referencing Rampart. It's a word snuck into every bad AMA as a callback and confirmation that whatever the person is reading is now officially a failure. However, that's not to say that Woody Harrelson meant for any of this to happen. When asked, "Did you know about Reddit before today?" Woody responded by stating, "I know Oren Moverman did an interview here. I did just learn about it, so I'm trying," with Woody's blindness to the platform and format likely playing a role in accidentally producing the worst AMA of all time. James Corden has slowly developed one of the worst reputations in media history, and the foundation for his decline began when people started to realize that James Corden was a completely different person when he wasn't on camera. As an actor and the main host of The Late Late Show, James presents as a happy, polite, easygoing comedian whose goal is to simply make the audience laugh, although there's a mountain of evidence showing that in his private life he's the exact opposite to this, with his rude nature developing after he first became famous back in 2008. As a result of his excellent performance on a British TV show called Gavin and Stacey, James would win the British equivalent of an Oscar, although accompanying this award was an ego boost that began to get out of control.
You can start to think you're perhaps a bit more of a dude than you really are, and that very much happened to me. You know, I had a swagger in my walk.
As mentioned, James Corden's sudden explosion into fame led him to believe that he was more of a dude than he really was, which would eventually translate into him treating everyone around him like garbage. James explained that as 2008 wore on, it got so bad I was being rude to my agent, and I even started being rude to Ruth. If I was in company and the conversation wasn't revolving around me, I would just switch off. In addition to being rude to everyone around him, Corden began to live a typically irresponsible, newly famous lifestyle.
I'd started going out quite a lot. This door had opened to this world that I thought looked like fun, where people go, "You're amazing, you're great, can I have a photo? Do you want a drink? Come out with us." And so you just end up on this path of just 3 AM cab rides with people you don't know, heading across London to someone's house who you don't know either, with a group of people who think it's amazing that you're there. This is an intoxicating thing to be part of.
All of which being noticed by another Gavin and Stacey actor, Rob Brydon, who explained that when he first met James Corden 6 years prior, he was very impressed by him, yet after winning the Oscar award, James Corden was on a roller coaster. This boy from High Wycombe, and he's suddenly enjoying the fruits of his success, and he just lost his way for a bit. He was burning the candle at both ends and becoming ratty and irritable. James Corden claimed that his streak of irresponsibility came to an end after attending 18 months of therapy, although even after this, there were still countless examples of him treating people like garbage. For example, James Corden stated in a BBC4 interview that he needed to bully his way to the top of the media world, which can be observed in certain events such as the time he get into a public argument with another incredibly respected actor, Patrick Stewart, whilst on stage.
When the presenters are up here and when the recipients are receiving their awards, don't stand at the back of the stage with your hands in your pockets, looking around as though you wished you were anywhere but here.
Oh, you couldn't be more wrong, sir. And if it looked like that, I'm so sorry. But when you come up and present an award, just get on with it.
After Patrick Stewart would confront James about looking disinterested during the presentation, the argument would escalate in front of everyone.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on. No, seriously, go on.
Okay.
No, go on. You can see my belly, and we can all see you dying right now. Let's go for it. Here we go.
Which was concluded by James and Patrick bickering in the background while someone else was talking on the microphone. Now, to cut James some slack, Patrick Stewart was probably in the wrong here, considering he was the person who began the argument. Interestingly, after James Corden gave him a very favourable introduction.
What was really confusing...
We get a cheat to Palaka squat.
Yeah, I know. I said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an actor who's held in such high esteem. Please welcome the brilliant Sir Patrick Stewart. And then he came up and did that.
Although James still decided to engage and clap back with a few jabs of his own, so it's safe to say that he also had some degree of responsibility. There are other examples of similar situations where James has acted rudely, however only after being provoked by someone else first. Countless paparazzi videos show James walking through Los Angeles looking quite angry and disinterested, although having a camera involuntarily shoved into your face probably doesn't facilitate the best environment for a good mood. There was also the time when Ant and Dec played a prank on James Corden, attempting to make him late for work, although considering they were literally going out of their way to make him angry, James probably gets another pass here. However, when James Corden would post one of the most brutal Reddit Ask Me Anythings in internet history, 3 fan interactions were highlighted.
Yes, sir. Y'all see this? Y'all see the squad?
Hey,
Y'all
James,
see the
you won't
squad?
remember me, but me and my friend sat at a table next to you and Harry Styles plus some others in Manchurian Legends in London's Chinatown about 6 years ago. We didn't bother you, but you were a massively entitled dick who yelled and treated the wait staff like shit, and when one of my party politely suggested you calm down, you got really aggressive and threatening. So my question is this: why did Harry seem so cool while you were such a massive throbbing bellend? This post was followed by another which read, I went to a James Corden live recording a while back. He had nearly zero interaction with the audience before/after the show and was on his phone entirely during commercial breaks. I guess that's his prerogative. He may have been having a bad day. I also realize it must be difficult to be on all the time, but I remember being extremely disappointed. By comparison, I've been to a Jimmy Fallon recording and a Letterman recording, and I can say with full conviction that those guys really seemed like they cared about their audience and worked their hardest to entertain them, even while the cameras weren't recording, which was followed by one final anecdote reading, massive dick in person. I saw a league of their own filming live. Through multiple tantrums over minor things at the production staff, with him being incredibly rude to them, which made the other regulars seem very awkward like it was usual. Between each take, the other celebs would be chatting amongst themselves, bantering about. James was glued to his phone. At the end of the filming, people got up to go get pictures with James, and he massively kicked off shouting at people to go away and go back to their seats, and the few he did let have pictures with, he was moody.
I'm gonna buy another one of
Seeing
these
him like
Jeeps.
that
I
made
like
you
him.
realize everything you see of his on TV is a complete persona. When continuing on through the AMA, it becomes pretty obvious as to why James Corden only answered 3 different questions before calling it quits. Why are you, James, such a deeply unpleasant person? Did your parents raise you that way? Have you ever considered being funny or likable? James, are you aware that everyone thinks you're a hack and a talentless asshat? With his third comment here relating to the next reason behind James Corden's decline. Many of his on-screen performances have simply been terrible. A petition requesting that James Corden not be cast in Wicked the movie gained close to 110,000 signatures, and after Friends announced that James Corden would be hosting the TV show's 15-year reunion, he'd received Twitter responses such as, don't get me wrong, I've been wanting a Friends reunion since 2004, but if someone told me James Corden would be in it, I'd have told them not to bother. James Corden adding the Friends reunion to the list of things he's ruined with his mere presence. Additionally, after starring as the main character in the 2019 film Cats, the movie received a 2.8 out of 10 star rating on IMDb, as well as reviews so awful that James Corden didn't even end up watching the movie himself. However, James stating that he didn't watch the movie wasn't the only thing that was interesting about this interview, as he'd also discussed another topic which had turned much of his audience against him, his beef with another talk show host, Bill Maher. In September of 2019, Bill Maher published an editorial about obesity, with the contents of such being discussed on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Look, you can't keep eating as much as you want and as shitty a food as you want. You just can't.
That is not something that anybody wants to hear, though.
People loved it until James Corden said something.
As mentioned, James Corden wasn't too happy with these comments and would call Bill Maher out by making both some reasonable arguments.
If making fun of fat people made them lose weight, there'd be no fat kids in schools and I'd have a six-pack by now.
As well as some awful ones, such as a zero personal responsibility statement that Bill Maher was simply lucky to have a body that burned more calories than him.
We're not all as lucky as Bill Maher, you know?
Alright, we've done built Lego. We got it. Steve got his bitch, Alex in the truck. Got his little pet pig
He missed
in the
great
back,
opportunity
you know.
to literally save lives. He took the easy
We did some
way out. Of course, you
modification.
can
We added like a
always get
tire
applause
hub
for
to it,
saying,
you know,
"Oh,
spins.
boo the mean
Oh, they
man,
ain't never
told the
seen
truth."
nothing like
That's
that. We
not
got
great.
spinners on the room.
With these kinds of
Spinners.
topics, there were supporters for both sides of the
I ain't
argument.
never seen nothing like
James
that.
unnecessarily forcing himself into such a divisive
You know.
conversation where people already disagree with him was probably a net negative toward his reputation, just like the time his carpool karaoke was outed for being fake. The segment during which James Corden drives around
Pipping out
singing
these
songs with various
hoes.
famous musicians was called out by a user on Twitter in early
Dude, I like this
2020
Jeep,
after
Elisa. I
they
like this
noticed
Jeep
Justin Bieber
little
and
thing
James
truck I
Corden's
got. I
car,
might go
which
get
wasn't
another
being
one at
driven,
16
but rather
bucks.
being pulled on a trailer. The video would rack up over 14 million views, which prompted an incredibly hilarious response from James Corden himself, in which he would go ahead and debunk the claim that the series had been faked.
95% of the time, I really am endangering the lives of the world's biggest pop stars. Here is a list of every carpool karaoke where I've used a tow, and this is a list of every one where I was driving the car, okay?
However, while Corden did a pretty good job of debunking these claims, there are still countless comments on every carpool karaoke from people who never saw the debunk calling the videos fake. This all feels so fake when you know he's not actually driving. Fake news, James isn't actually driving. James Corden, stop cheating people with your carpool karaoke. Can't believe all these celebrities put up with this fake show. Next time at least drive the damn car. It seems like even when James Corden is in the right, his audience selectively decides that he's still in the wrong, which has also been speculated as part of the reason behind his recent announcement that he's leaving the public spotlight. On the 29th of April 2022, James Corden would upload a video to his YouTube channel titled James Corden Discusses His Late Night Future, in which he'd announced that he'd only be hosting the show for one more year.
I've decided to sign for one more year on the show, and that this will be my last year hosting the Late Late Show.
In a different interview, James Corden specified that his motive for leaving the entertainment industry was to spend more time with his family.
I don't want to do it forever. We're a really long way away from home, and we're a really long way away from people who are getting older, and we're a really long way from them if something should ever happen, and that plays on my mind a lot.
However, many have speculated that being such a disliked celebrity has put an unbearable amount of pressure on him, which becomes especially obvious when looking at the comments regarding his retirement. James Corden is a talentless bag of garbage. Goodbye, good riddance. Finally, we don't want him anymore. Ruins everything he's involved in. Probably one of the most annoying people in the business, it seems. Please don't come back to the UK. Please don't come back to the UK. Please don't come back to the UK. With each of these comments being accompanied by flattering articles such as, farewell James Corden, you were an asshole.
Mate. Alright.